there's contemporary, and then there's also historical uses of drumming. I actually have my master's from the University of Washington in ethnomusicology, and my focus was on drum cultures of the Yoruba tribe of the southwest region of Nigeria. In a historical context, and actually contemporary in Nigeria, various regions, areas around West Africa, drums have been used for communication. They've been used also for healing. So whether it's within a religious or secular context. In a religious context, a lot of indigenous religions amongst the Yoruba and amongst various tribes or ethnic groups throughout West Africa utilize drumming, and drumming in general for prayer, for spiritual healing, for spiritual enlightenment. We actually see that even done some in contemporary like church settings, and even within African American culture, but actually a lot of different cultures throughout the United States utilize drums, whether it's the drum set, for praise or for prayer. You definitely see a strong emphasis on music within African American culture, of course. Three top points that I hope gets taken away from my presentation in March. One of them is definitely resiliency, understanding resiliency through culture. So I'll definitely introduce African drumming. I'll introduce some of the history that I've introduced today about how African drumming was used throughout the diaspora, especially in the United States, and throughout the Caribbean, for resilience, to fight back, to encourage people to say, hey, we see injustice, and we're going to actually go against this injustice because it's not okay. You know, Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Dr. Martin Luther King said that. And so understanding how culture can be used as that. Also, I want to take away the fact that culture is healing, and that there's diverse methodologies for healing. So I'm going to be introducing, of course, an African modality for healing, and I just want people to be able to experience that, be able to experience that stress relief, be able to experience happiness through drumming, through culture, and even get a diverse experience within that. The third thing that I'd like to introduce is how fun it is actually to learn about cultures other than your own, or even just like about cultures that have been suppressed in the United States for so long, and be like, hey, actually, this is actually fun. Why is it that I don't learn this? And why is it that my children aren't learning this in the school system? So a lot of my education that I want to, what I'm gonna teach, I hope gets people to think about like even what they're taught within traditional school settings, and builds and continues to just help to build that movement of equity and inclusion.